WSYR TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Hey, welcome in. It is 5 o'clock on a Friday, January 2nd. You have Ryan and Carson here. Kate and Rachel have the morning off. Maybe this is your last off day as well, just kind of hanging out, grabbing a cup of coffee and watching us with nowhere to go. And that's a good news, especially if you live north, because they found the switch and it's not shutting off. They turned it on.
Could you believe some spots have been under winter storm warnings east of Lake Ontario for like 5 or 6 days at this point now, and still more to go, Ryan. Still another 1 to 2 feet, the most persistent snows today, and another maybe foot tonight. So far from over with this lake effect snow event. We told you last week it would be a prolonged one, and it certainly has lived up to that. Radar picture near and south of Syracuse, not much going on. The focal point for the heaviest snow continues to be across the northern part of Oswego County, from just north of the port city over toward Mexico near Pulaski and Sandy Creek. Could be talking about snowfall rates 2 to 4, maybe upward of 5 inches per hour at times in the heart of that band this morning, right into this afternoon. Even if you're not dealing with the lake snows, we keep telling you, you're dealing with the cold. Temperatures in the teens, 18 degrees at the airport in Syracuse. You factor in a breeze from the southwest, 15 miles per hour. Feels more like 4 degrees. That's the wind chill at this time. Highs for today, upper teens to low and mid-20s. Largely meaningless, though, because those wind chills are going to be in the single digits to around 10 above at any one given point heading through this Friday. All right, snowfall map. New snowfall today near north of Syracuse and Onondaga County. 2 to as much as 6 inches of snow for most. However, best chance of seeing 6+ inches of snow by the end of the day. Bridgeport to Clay to Lysander. Likewise in the southeastern portions of Oswego County. Southwestern part of the county, though, from Hannibal to Oswego to Fulton to Hastings, an additional 12 to 24 inches of new snow by 7 p.m. today. More snow on the way tonight. More on that in just a bit.
Well, Carson just told us Central New York is still expecting more snow today. Unwelcome weather from coast to coast. We'll get to the flooding concerns in California in just a minute. But first, with more lake effect in the forecast, Central New York roads will continue to remain slippery and snow covered. While longtime residents in Syracuse say this kind of weather isn't new, they tell us what's happening away from main routes that's causing most concern. Neighborhood streets, hills, and side roads appear to be getting far less attention than those major roadways.
It seems like they're not plowing. It's like they're just passing through, rolling through the streets with the plows on them, and they're not plowing. They're just leaving the slush down. They're not doing any side roads. Some of the main roads, they keep them plowed, maybe every few, like 30 minutes or an hour. But the side roads going to like where residential areas are off the main grid, the roads are bad. They're full of snow and slush.
The city did say a storm last weekend caught them off guard, and they did not have the amount of plow drivers needed to handle that blast, but they said they were staffed up for the snow this week. Out in Southern California, the already saturated region dealing with another round of heavy rain. Streams of mud could be seen flowing over barriers set up in areas ravaged by wildfires. Back in upstate New York here, some areas in the region could again see up to 2 feet of snow by tomorrow. As Carson mentioned, the conditions making treacherous travel on the roads.
It was kind of miserable going down. Some parts, like, you basically couldn't see in front of you.
A blast of Arctic air is also impacting millions from Michigan to Maine, with wind chills expected to dip as low as 15 degrees below zero. However, relief from the cold is on the way. By next week, much of the country can expect warmer than normal temperatures. If you haven't already, make sure you download the News Channel 9 Storm Team app. You can always be prepared. Scan that QR code right now on your screen. You can also find it in the App Store and Google Play. It is free to download and free to use. Back home, thousands of people in Onondaga and Madison counties are still being asked to
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Coming up on 512 early this Friday morning, live look outside at a rather snowy port city of Oswego on our Cab V Skynet 9 camera, looking over toward Lake Ontario. That lake, of course, responsible for all of this snow that we've seen this week, and that lake snow continues at this hour. The heaviest and steadiest of that snow actually just north of the port city at this point. We'll zoom in and take a closer look near and west of Pulaski. Now rolling into the Mexico area. Could see snowfall rates 1, 2, 3+ inches per hour as we head through this morning. A look at this. the heaviest of the snow just about into the port city. So we'll keep an eye on that Skynet 9 camera here as we head through the morning. Even if you're not dealing with the snow, you are dealing with those chilly conditions. Teens in terms of current temperatures across the board. Single digits. Look at that. 4 in Watertown, 7 below. That's the air temperature up in Saranac Lake. Same thing with the wind chills. Not much of a breeze there, but wind chills across central New York. Breeze at southwest 15 miles per hour in Syracuse, making it feel more like 4 degrees. So even though those temperatures will actually read low to maybe mid-20s for many of us, including here in Syracuse, later on this afternoon, a bit of a gusty breeze at times, keeping those feels like temperatures, the wind chill values, largely in the single digits to around 10. So all of us dealing with the cold, but not all of us dealing with the heavy snow. That's going to be focused on areas north of Syracuse, east and kind of east-southeast of Lake Ontario as we head through this morning. Between Oswego, Minetto, Fulton, that's where the heaviest and steadiest of the snow should be falling by 7 p.m. by the end of our show this morning, and that looks to stay the case here as we head toward midday in the afternoon. Southern part of Oswego, extreme northern Cayuga County, some lighter to occasionally moderate snow out toward portions of southern Lewis and Oneida counties as we head through the day. Some of that snow even sneaking into northern Madison County at times as well. Outside of the core of that heaviest and steadiest of the lake effect near and especially south and west of Syracuse, clouds, a little partial sunshine, few flurries, lighter snow showers, not out of the question, but relatively quieter conditions compared to what's happening in that lake effect snow zone. And that lake snow stays in just about those same areas near and just north of the city of Syracuse, heading right through tonight into early tomorrow morning. New snowfall amounts for today near and south of Syracuse, not much, coating to an inch or two, actually little to nothing once you get down toward Tully. 2 to as much as 6 inches, the north side of Syracuse, say from Van Buren over near Bridgeport, but Bridgeport, Clay, Lysander can actually see closer to that 6-inch amount or a little bit more. Same deal up toward Constantia, Amboy, New Haven, 6 to 12 inches possible there. From Oswego down toward Hannibal, Minetto, Palermo, Hastings, back towards Sterling, could find 12 to 24 inches. That's 1 to 2 feet of new snow where you're seeing the purple here from 7 this morning until 7 this evening. Some of those same areas seeing an additional 6 to 12 inches, locally higher amounts between Oswego, Fulton, and the extreme northern part of Onondaga County as we head from 7 this evening through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. A few scattered snow showers linger southeast of Lake Ontario, close to Syracuse tomorrow morning. Relatively quiet elsewhere. All of us getting on the opportunity for a few snow showers tomorrow night. Perhaps a little bit of additional lake effect into early on Sunday morning. Snow shower chances continue into Monday, drying out and warming up in a pretty big way. It could be close to 40 Tuesday. If we don't quite make it, a better chance at that on Wednesday with some rain and snow showers.
Thank you so much, Carson. 5:15 is the time. Coming up at 5:30, State Police releasing new details.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Coming up on 524, live look outside for you over downtown Syracuse using our tower cam. Conditions relatively quiet compared to what areas north of Syracuse are dealing with. We'll show you the radar in just a moment. 18 degrees at the airport. Southwest breeze, though, at 15 miles per hour, making it feel more like 4 degrees at this hour. So even if you're not dealing with this heavy lake effect snow, we are dealing with the cold this morning. Not much going on the radar picture near and south of Syracuse, but to the north, from just south and west to Pulaski over toward New Haven, Mexico, Scriba, getting close to Oswego. We've got snowfall rates 1 to 2, 1 to 3 plus inches per hour happening right now. So very difficult travel here right across the heart of Oswego County this morning. That band continues to slide farther to the south a little bit, heading through the next few hours, setting up shop across the southwestern part of Oswego County. Port City to Hannibal to Fulton to Hastings, 1 to 2 feet of snow today.
I love the exit.
Continuing north of Syracuse, east of Lake Ontario, Oswego, about to get to be quite hard hit this morning. Visibility still pretty decent right there. Some light to moderate snow up in the Port City, as you see on our CABV Skynet 9 camera. But as we flip over to the radar picture and zoom in, take a closer look at Oswego County, you will see that heaviest of the snow is on the move south, approaching Oswego, already rolling through places like Mexico. Pulaski, Sandy Creek, the snow has lightened up a little bit in your area, but still continuing to be some moderate snowfall in those spots. And that lake snow will continue to be on the move southbound toward the southern part of the county as we head through this morning. So Fulton, Hannibal, for example, you are up next later on this morning. Temperatures right now, chilly across the board. Teens, single-digit wind chills for many. Highs for today, upper teens to low and mid-20s, but only feeling it closer to 10 degrees at best at any one given point with that breeze. New snowfall amounts for today near and south of Syracuse, not much, but Syracuse up toward the northern part of the county, Van Buren, for example, out to Chittenango, Oneida, 2 to 6 new inches of snow. Extreme northern Onondaga County, Clay to Bridgeport to Lysander, 6 to 12 inches. The bullseye, though, 12 to 24 new inches of snow by the end of the day from Oswego to Fulton out to Hastings, back toward Hannibal and Sterling. There is more snow on the way for tonight. We'll show you that snowfall map and the timecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you. As Carson continues to track more snow, drivers across central New York will have to continue dealing with wintry conditions and slippery roads. A common complaint to the Your Stories team, city streets not getting cleared in a timely fashion. News Channel 9's Victoria Kellogg shows us why driving is still a challenge in some parts of Syracuse.
That horn is a sound that drivers on Tipperary Hill have heard for days. But even with snowplows moving through, the aftermath of lake effect snow is still causing issues.
It seems like they're not plowing. It's like they're just passing through, rolling through the streets with the plows on them, and they're not plowing. They're just leaving the slush down.
With snowpack this tight, it is very hard for drivers to have traction on the road, which is making it very difficult for them.
I have an all-wheel drive vehicle, and it's still very dangerous. So, you have to be careful because certain parts are frozen, certain parts are not. So just driving at normal speeds is not safe right now.
Away from main routes, the conditions shift again. Neighborhoods, hills, and side streets like this that aren't at the top of the city's radar.
They're not doing any side roads. Some of the main roads, they keep them plowed, maybe every few, like 30 minutes or an hour. But the side roads going to like where residential areas are off the main grid, the roads are bad. They're full of snow and slush.
And for longtime residents, this weather feels familiar, even if it's been a while.
Last 5 years, it's been light, but we get these blasts, and we're used to being ready for it. And in this tight space, you have to deal with it and move it.
And until conditions improve, drivers here say the best advice is to slow down and not trust how the roads look. In Syracuse, Victoria Kellogg, News Channel 9.
If you haven't already, make sure you download the News Channel 9 Storm Team app so you can always be prepared. Scan that QR code right now on your screen. You can also find it in the App Store and Google Play. It's free to download and free to use. Thousands of people in Onondaga and Madison.
Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
5:42 on this Friday morning. Not much going on here weather-wise close to Syracuse. Live look outside using our roof cam atop our News Channel 9 studios here in East Syracuse, showcasing just that, a little bit of a breeze, but other than that, fairly quiet. A much different story, though, to the north. CapV, Skynet 9 camera up in the port city of Oswego. Visibility starting to come down as some of that heavier lake effect snow starts to roll on in. Take a closer look at the radar picture. Not much going on. Syracuse point south. The heaviest of the lake effect snow east of Lake Ontario. Some moderate snow from Pulaski to Amboy over toward Redfield, including the northwestern portion of Oneida County as well, where you're seeing the yellows and the oranges showing up, though, from Pulaski to Mexico to New Haven, Scriba, right down toward Oswego. That's where snowfall rates could be in excess of 2, 3, 4 inches per hour right now. So some very difficult travel. Again, the heaviest of the snow rolling right into Oswego here as we speak. Even if you're not dealing with the heavy, steady lake effect snow today, you're going to be dealing with those chilly temperatures once again. Teens right now, but when you factor in that breeze, for example, here in Syracuse from the southwest at 15 miles per hour, feels more like 4 degrees, wind chill of 4 over in Rome, up in Watertown. Feeling like 3 degrees at this hour over in Fulton. Even though the thermometer may read low to mid-20s later this afternoon, don't bank on it feeling like that. More like single digits to near 10 above in terms of those wind chill values at any one given point during the day today. Timecast, let's take you through it hour by hour as we continue through this morning. The heaviest and steadiest of that lake effect snow going to move ever so slightly farther to the south, setting up shop across the southwestern part of Oswego County between the port city and Fulton. Some very heavy snow. Snowfall rates at times could be on the order of 3 to 5 inches per hour as we head through not only this morning in the midday, but right into the afternoon as the main band of lake effect snow does not move all that much, staying just to the north of Syracuse, though we could pick up a few inches of snow with a few lighter snow showers close to Syracuse, but south of Syracuse, especially south and west, out toward the Finger Lakes, not much going on. A couple flurries, a lighter snow shower or two passing on by. Otherwise, some intervals of sunshine possible as we head through the day. Lake snow remains rain set up in just about those same areas: extreme northeastern Wayne, northern Cayuga, southern southwestern Oswego County, right toward the Onondaga County line, back into parts of northwestern Oneida County later tonight into early tomorrow morning. New snowfall amounts near and especially south of Syracuse, not much for today, but parts of northern Onondaga County, say from North Syracuse to Van Buren to Liverpool, could pick up 2 to as much as 5 or 6 inches of new snow today. 6 to 12 new inches from New Haven over to Amboy, Constantia, back toward Lysander, but the jackpot snows for today going to be here in the purple shaded zone. 12 to 24 new inches from 7 this morning through 7 this Friday evening from Oswego to Minetto, Hannibal over to Sterling, Fulton, Palermo, Hastings, Central Square. Again, that's new snowfall just by the end of the day today. We'll pick up the snowfall map 7 this evening until 7 o'clock first thing Saturday morning. An additional 6 to 12 inches, some locally higher amounts from Oswego to Fulton out toward Central Square. Some of those same hardest hit spots today, seeing another potentially up to a foot of snow heading through tonight. Lake snow should start to weaken here as it moves closer to Syracuse by first thing tomorrow morning. Then another flare-up of snow showers as our next system rolls on through tomorrow night. Potentially a little bit of more limited lake effect snow shower activity by the time we get into early in the day on Sunday. We'll keep some snow showers going into Monday. Drier by Tuesday and milder as well. Highs getting close to 40 as we head through the middle of next week.
In today's Tech Bites.
Picture zooming in, taking a closer look. You see, as we've been mentioning, that heaviest snow now rolling into Oswego. It's already been in places like Scriba over toward New Haven, Mexico. Some heavier snow up toward the Pulaski area as well. The heaviest and steadiest of that snow getting set to roll a little bit farther to the south across the southwestern part of Oswego County for today. New snowfall from 7 this morning through 7 this Friday evening from Oswego to Hannibal over to Sterling, Fulton, Hastings, Central Square. Talking about 1 to 2 new feet of snow. Does not stop there. 6 to 12 more inches expected from 7 this evening till 7 tomorrow morning. So that lake snow, yes, showing signs of weakening a little bit here as we head through tonight, but still significant snowfall likely north of Syracuse. Snow showers in the forecast to a lesser extent, though. It looks like gradually over the next couple of days. And look at that, a January thaw, temperatures near 40 by the middle of next week.
My driver will like that.
Yes.
All right, it's officially 2026, and maybe you stayed up the other night to catch the iconic ball drop in Times Square. For today's question, we're asking this.
YRTV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
A very good morning to you. Welcome in. It is 6 o'clock on this Friday, January 2nd. You have Ryan and Carson here with you. Kate and Rachel have the morning off. Thank you so much for joining us. And once again, we are waking up in storm team alert. You're trying to find the switch.
Can't seem to turn it off.
No.
It continues.
It's coming down in buckets right now for our friends in the north.
Yeah, it really is. Take a look at this live camera too, Ryan. We've been showing this throughout the morning. Cab v Skynet 9 up in Oswego. Visibility continues to just get worse and worse there in the port city, and will continue to be rather rough here over the next few hours. Take a look at the radar picture. We'll zoom in, take a closer look here. Oswego points east over to Scriba, New Haven, close to Mexico as well. Could be talking about several inches of snow falling per hour wherever you're seeing those yellows, and especially those deeper oranges there on the radar picture at this hour. And that lake snow will continue to be on the move a little bit farther to the south, setting up shop, especially across the southern southwestern part of Oswego County, heading through most of this Friday. Even if you're not dealing with the lake effect snow, you are dealing with the cold. Temperatures in the teens, single-digit wind chills as of the 6 o'clock hour across the board. Highs for today, ultimately pretty meaningless in the 20s, because it's actually going to feel more like the single digits to right around 10 above at any one given point for today. So cold conditions, lake snow continues north of Syracuse, anywhere there in purple from Oswego to Fulton to Hannibal to Sterling out to, say, Central Square, Hastings, Palermo. Fair game to see another 1 to 2 feet of new snow stack up from 7 this morning, top of the hour, through 7 o'clock this evening. And there is more snow on the way tonight. When does it finally shut down? We'll talk about that. And a big time warm-up in store for next week coming up in just a bit.
Thank you so much. As Carson just told us, Central New York is still expecting more snow today. Unwelcome weather from coast to coast. We'll get to the flooding concerns in California in just a minute. But first, with more lake effect in the forecast, Central New York roads will continue to remain slippery and covered in snow. While longtime residents say this kind of weather isn't new, they tell us what's happening away from main routes that's causing them the most concern. Neighborhood streets, hills, and side roads appear to be getting far less attention than those major roadways.
It seems like they're not plowing. It's like they're just passing through, rolling through the streets with the plows on them, and they're not plowing. They're just leaving the slush down. They're not doing any side roads. Some of the main roads, they keep them plowed, maybe every few, like 30 minutes or an hour. But the side roads going to like where residential areas are off the main grid, the roads are bad. They're full of snow and slush.
The city did say the storm last weekend caught them off guard and they did not have the amount of plow drivers needed to handle that blast, but they said they were staffed up for the snow this week. Out in Southern California, the already saturated region dealing with another round of heavy rain, streams of mud could be seen flowing over barriers set up in areas ravaged by wildfires. Back in upstate New York, some areas in the region again could see up to 2 feet of snow by tomorrow. The conditions making for treacherous travel on the roads.
It was kind of miserable going down. Some parts, like, you basically couldn't see in front of you.
A blast of Arctic air is also impacting millions from Michigan to Maine, with wind chills expected to dip as low as 15 degrees below zero. However, relief from the cold is on the way. By next week, much of the country can expect warmer than normal temperatures. If you haven't already, make sure you download the News Channel 9 Storm Team app so you can always be prepared. Scan that QR code right now on your screen. You can also find it in the App Store and Google Play. It's free to download and free to use. Back home, thousands of...
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Coming up on 612, as we take a live look outside from atop the Shinneman Center on the campus of SUNY Oswego this morning. We continue to find that heavy lake effect snow rolling in across the port city. Ordinarily, you'd be able to get a clear view of the lake shore, the lakeside dorms there. Not so much, though. Visibility very, very low there up on the Oswego campus, and points a little bit east of Oswego, too, as well. See where the heaviest of the snow is right now. More moderate snow than anything in these darker shades of blue from Pulaski, approaching Hastings over to Amboy, Constantia, down toward Camden, Vienna, Rome. Some light to occasionally moderate snow in your area as well. But the heaviest of that snow continues to fall right over Oswego, out towards Scriba, New Haven as well at this hour. Could find snowfall rates in these areas of 2 to 3, even 4+ inches per hour. So very dangerous, if not near impossible, travel through parts of Oswego County early this Friday morning. And that snow going to set up shop across the southern part of the county as we head through most of today. Even if you're not seeing that snow, you're seeing the cold. Temperatures in the teens across the board, 18 in Syracuse, but you factor in that southwest breeze, 17 miles per hour, gusting to 25 miles per hour. Feels more like 3 degrees. Wind chills in the single digits across central New York right now, and they should stay in the single digits to only around 10 degrees or so at best at any one given point for today. So those are the numbers you have to dress for. Forget about those 20s. Not going to feel like that at all heading through today. Let's take you through the timecast as we head through the balance of this Friday morning through the midday. That lake snow will continue to ever so slowly move out farther to the south here, setting up shop across southwestern Oswego County between Oswego, Fulton, Minetto. By lunchtime, some of that heavier snow extending across the extreme northern part of Cayuga County. Some light to moderate snow out towards southern Lewis, northern Oneida counties, and even the extreme northern part of the Onondaga County area north of Syracuse could find a little bit of that heavier snow slide in at times as we head through the day. Syracuse proper, point south, could find coating to 1 inch or 2 of snow at best heading through this Friday. Some of those same hard-hit areas today get hit hard once again tonight. That lake snow band does show signs of weakening a little bit, though, as we head through this evening. And tonight, notice not as much yellow showing up, but instead some of those deeper shades of blue, indicating some lighter snowfall compared to what we're seeing now, but still could be moderate to heavy at times right through the overnight. Forecast snowfall from the top of the hour, 7 a.m. through 7 p.m. this evening, just during that 12-hour period, and the most persistent snows across the southwestern part of Oswego County, from the port city proper down toward Hannibal, out toward northern Cayuga County, Sterling, back to Fulton, Hastings, Central Square, Palermo. 1 to 2 feet of snow, likely new accumulation by the end of the day. New Haven to Pulaski, Amboy, Constantia, including the extreme northern part of Onondaga County, Bridgeport to Clay to Lysander, could find 6 to as much as 12 new inches of snow stack up for today. Syracuse down to Lafayette, coating to 1 inch or so as we head through tonight. Northern suburbs 2 to 6 inches, 6 to 12 additional inches possible, though, as we head from 7 this evening through 7 tomorrow morning for some of those same spots, Sterling to Oswego to Fulton as well. As we take timecast into first thing Saturday morning, lake effect snow persists just north of Syracuse, should head farther to the south, closer to the Salt City, in a weaker state here as we head through the morning. All of us see a few more snow showers develop as as we head through tomorrow night. Still a little bit of lake effect potentially as we take you into the second half of the weekend on Sunday. Looking a little snowy on Monday as well, but temperatures finally rebound back up. Look at this, into the 30s to around or just above 40 degrees. Quieter conditions overall as we head through the middle of next week. Just the chance for a few rain and or snow showers by the time we get to Wednesday.
Ready to take your breath?
Deep breath.
Whew, here we go.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
625, come take a look at your screen. Live look up in Oswego using our CabV Skynet 9 camera. We've been showing you this view throughout the last couple of hours. Can hardly see anything here. Extremely low visibility, close to zero. Whiteout conditions there in Oswego. Totally different story as you travel farther south into Onondaga County. Not much going on at all here in Syracuse, but it is cold across the board. 18 degrees current temperature. Feels like 3 at the airport right now. All right, here's what everybody wants to see. The radar picture, not much going on. Confirmed there near and south of Syracuse. Zooming in, getting a closer look now at some of where the yellows and oranges are showing up on the radar picture. That's 1, 2, 3 plus inch per hour snowfall rates right now from Oswego to Mineta over to Scriba, close to New Haven, just west of Mexico, north of Palermo, approaching Palermo though in the next hour or two. Some of the heaviest snow falling from over from Palermo, I should say, over to Oswego, Fulton, Hannibal, Sterling, Hastings down toward Central Square as well. Wherever you see the purple showing up on that map, by the end of the day, an additional 1 to 2 feet of accumulation. Another 6 to 12 inches in store from 7 this evening through 7 tomorrow morning, Ryan. Finally, it looks like lake effect snow starts to wind down, weakens considerably tomorrow, but still doesn't totally go away. Some more snow showers expected tomorrow night into Sunday, but finally a big-time warm-up in store heading into next week. We'll talk about that next half hour.
You were thinking a soup bread bowl from Panera.
Yes.
Sounds good on a day like today. All right, 2026 is here, so we are talking about the iconic ball drop in Times Square. For the question of the day, here we go. What years did the Times Square ball...
Busy morning, Ryan. Heavy lake snow continues.
Yeah.
What else is new, right? We're used to this, but this is quite a long duration lake effect snow.
This is a crazy look.
Wild, right? And we've seen the visibility drop here, Ryan, in the last hour or two. Remember, you could actually see something on that camera about last hour. CabV Skynet 9 up in Oswego. Yeah, very low visibility, whiteout conditions. You got the wind blowing that snow around as well, falling at rates potentially over 2 or 3 inches per hour right in Oswego at this point. We'll zoom in, get a close look at where that heaviest snow is falling between Oswego, Mineta, out to Scriba, New Haven as well. And essentially that southwestern corner of Oswego County between Oswego and Fulton over toward extreme northern sections of Cayuga County. That's where the heaviest of the snow is expected to fall as we head through just about the entire day today. Cold across the board, even if you're not seeing snow out your window. You are feeling the cold teens right now in terms of the air temperature. Single-digit wind chills for most of central New York, and that'll remain the theme heading through today. Highs in the mid-20s, largely feeling like the single digits to near 10 above zero at any one given point, though, during the day today. New snowfall amounts near and south of Syracuse, not much, coating to an inch or two. Once you get near and south of Tully, hardly anything expected in terms of snow for today. 2 to 6 inches from Van Buren back to Wolcott, out to Chittenango, Oneida, Rome, up toward Redfield, out to Camden, Vienna as well. And then you get into that core of the lake effect snow band, 6 to 12 inches in the dark blue. In the purple, 12 to 24 inches, including Fulton by the end of the day today. And more snow in store tonight. More on that in just a bit.
Thank you so much. As Carson continues to track more snow, drivers across central New York will have to continue dealing with that wintry conditions and slippery roads. A common complaint to the Your Stories team, city streets not getting cleared in a timely fashion. News Channel 9's Victoria Kellogg shows us why driving is still a challenge in some parts of the city.
That horn is a sound that drivers on Tipperary Hill have heard for days. But even with snowplows moving through, the aftermath of lake effect snow is still causing issues.
It seems like they're not plowing. It's like they're just passing through, rolling through the streets with the plows on them, and they're not plowing. They're just leaving the slush down.
With snowpack this tight, it is very hard for drivers to have traction on the road, which is making it very difficult for them.
I have an all-wheel drive vehicle, and it's still very dangerous. So, you have to be careful because certain parts are frozen, certain parts are not. So just driving at normal speeds is not safe right now.
Away from main routes, the conditions shift again. Neighborhoods, hills, and side streets like this that aren't at the top of the city's radar.
they're not doing any side roads. Some of the main roads, they keep them plowed, maybe every few, like 30 minutes or hour. But the side roads going to like where residential areas are off the main grid, the roads are bad. They're full of snow and slush.
And for longtime residents, this weather feels familiar, even if it's been a while.
Last 5 years it's been light, but we get these blasts and we're used to being ready for it. And in this tight space, you have to deal with it and move it.
And until conditions improve, drivers here say the best advice is to slow down and not trust how the roads look. In Syracuse, Victoria Kellogg, News Channel 9.
Thank you, Victoria. If you haven't already, make sure you download the News Channel 9 Storm Team app so you can always be prepared. Scan that QR code right on your screen right now. You can also find it in the App Store and Google Play. It is free to download and free to use. Thousands of people in Onondaga.
This is a Storm Team Alert, certified as Central New York's most accurate.
6:42 on this early Friday morning. Once again, a live look outside for you up in Oswego atop the Shinneman Center at the SUNY Oswego campus. Visibility very, very low there in the port city looking toward Lake Ontario. And that lake, of course, the culprit for all of this lake effect snow that we've been seeing this week, and it is not done yet. Take a look now at the radar picture. A lot of spots, though, fairly quiet this morning. Syracuse points out maybe a couple of flakes over toward parts of Tompkins, Cortland, and Chenango counties, but the main event continues to be to the north of Syracuse. Light to moderate snow continues at this hour from Redfield to Pulaski down to Hastings, Constantia, Amboy, across northern and northwestern parts of Oneida County as well. Where is the heaviest snow? I'll take a look where the yellows and oranges are showing up on the radar picture, indicating potentially snowfall rates 3 to 4, maybe upward of 5 inches per hour for places like Oswego, down to Minetto, out to Scriba, approaching spots like Palermo and Volney here as we head through the rest of this Friday morning. Even if you're not dealing with the snow, you're dealing with the cold, especially up north. Look at Watertown, 1 below, 8 below in Saranac Lake, 18 degrees right now, the current air temperature in Syracuse. You factor in the wind, though, southwest breeze, 17 miles per hour, gusting to 25, feels more like 3. So make sure you have all that winter gear handy for today, because even though the thermometer may read low to mid-20s at times this afternoon, those numbers largely don't matter. These are the numbers you have to dress for, single digits to around 10. Those are the wind chill values, also known as the feels like temperature, as we head through most, if not all, of today. Timecast, let's take you through it hour by hour. North of Syracuse, east and eventually east-southeast of Lake Ontario, that is where the most persistent, heaviest lake effect snow sets up shop, in particular across the southwestern portion of Oswego County, west of 81, back toward the extreme northern part of Cayuga County. Spots like Sterling over toward, say, Red Creek, Fulton, up to Oswego, near and just south of Pulaski in particular, say Hastings, near and south of Mexico to Palermo, Central Square, even near Brewerton as well, some heavy snow at times. Some of that snow could drop into the extreme northern part of Onondaga County as well, talking Clay over to Lysander, maybe as far south as Beeville, with some heavy snowfall rates at times later this morning into this afternoon. Largely, though, staying in those same spots here, northeastern Wayne, northern Cayuga, southern Oswego, northern Onondaga, northwestern portions of Oneida County for the majority of the day, and they stay there as we head right into tonight and Saturday morning. New snowfall amounts here in south of Syracuse, not much, coating to an inch or 2 in the city of Syracuse, potentially some higher amounts on the north side up toward Van Buren, Liverpool, 2 to as much as 4 or 5, maybe 6 inches locally, Chittenango to Vienna, Camden up to Florence and Redfield, Pulaski to New Haven, Amboy, Constantia, Lysander, Clay, 6 to 12 new inches of snow by the end of the day, but the bullseye once again from Sterling to Hannibal to Fulton, Minetto, Oswego, out to Hastings, Central Square, 1 to 2 new feet of snow by the end of the day. Take a deep breath, because we've got more in store tonight, 7 this evening through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Some of the same hardest hit locations, southwestern Oswego, extreme northern Cayuga, northeastern Wayne counties, 6 to 12 plus new inches of snow for tonight. Lake snow weakens here, but doesn't totally go away. It doesn't look like as we head into the day tomorrow. A few snow showers possible close to Syracuse as we head through the first half of the weekend. Not totally getting rid of those snow shower chances either for Sunday or Monday, but finally, could it be a quieter day? Mostly cloudy skies, milder temperatures. How about highs? Yes, you're seeing that correctly, in the upper 30s by the time we get to Tuesday. A few rain and snow showers, low 40s by Wednesday. Quieter once again, and still just about as mild on Thursday.
We'll like the mild temperatures, that's for sure. Let's get to our question of the day. We're going to answer it now. We've been
6:56 right now. Take another live look outside. Up in Oswego using our Cab B Skynet 9 camera. Can hardly see anything right there right now. Whiteout conditions. We've got snowfall rates across parts of Oswego County, including in the Port City, 3 to 4, maybe upward of 5 inches per hour. Close to Syracuse, much quieter but cold across the area. 19 degrees at the airport. Southwest breeze at 14, making it feel more like the single digits. And that's going to be a theme as we head through the day. All right, let's zoom in one more time, get a closer look at the radar. Southwestern part of Oswego County, that will be the focal point for the heaviest of the snow today, right between Oswego rolling into Minetto, approaching Volney and Fulton here over the next couple of hours. And some of that heavy snow from Oswego to Fulton to the west and Sterling, Hannibal, back over toward Hastings, Palermo, Central Square. 1 to 2 new feet of accumulation by the end of the day, with another 6 to 12 plus inches to follow in those same spots as we head through tonight. And eventually, though, things do quiet down, but not until early to mid next week. Snow showers a feature of the forecast all the way through Monday. Warming up close to 40, though, quieting down by Tuesday. A few rain and snow showers on Wednesday. Looking forward to that warm up.
Yeah, we had a few in Sandy Creek saying her husband's out there snowblowing, but the problem is the snow is over the snowblower.
I believe it.
All right, take care, folks. Stay safe.